Hey guys, y'all caught me in the middle of my rounds today. I'm going to see everybody before I go home this afternoon and just checking on my list here. Got, there. Well, you might wonder, what is a doctor doing with this old hat on here like this? As I'm making my rounds, I'm trying to remind everyone that summer is here and it's hot. And there's a few things you need to remember while you're outside. And one of those is, you got it, that's it, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Man, it's amazing how many people come into the hospital that are dehydrated because they don't drink enough. And, it'll slip up on you. So, wear you a wide-brimmed hat to keep your eyes protected. I didn't want to wear sunglasses, put on some sunscreen, and always hydrate. And that makes me think about our story today. And you're probably guessing what it is. It's in John chapter 4. If you want to jump ahead just there for a minute, that's where our story's coming from today, and it has to do with water. But before we hear the story, I want you to remember the big picture question and the answer to that question, and that is, what makes people special? Well, people are special because God made them in His image, as male and female, to know Him. That means that God loves each and every one of us uniquely. He loves me differently than He loves you. Each and every one of us is our own individual person, and He loves each and every one of us so much. And He wants us all to be saved by turning to Jesus. And that's why Jesus came. So that we would all be saved. For God so loved the world that He sent His only begotten Son. And He wants us to have that loving relationship. We've been talking about that relationship that He wants to have with us. And He wants us to have that relationship, and that, we are so blessed because no other creature in creation was created that way. It was just us. And that makes us extra special. Well, on the story. Well, Jesus, was going around in His ministry to different cities. And He came into a city and He traveled through Samaria. And when He was there, it was hot. And He stopped at a well. And a Samaritan woman came to the well. And she was there to get water. And Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink. Give me a drink." Well, that was kind of unusual. That's not kind of unusual for us so much, but it was really unusual in those days. One, men did not speak to women other than their wives, especially to ask them for things like that. And then the other thing is really unique, is that she was a Samaritan. The Jews did not like the Samaritans. They had this feud going on. Back we studied back earlier where the Jews were carried off into captivity. Well, there were some of them that were left in the land. And the Samaritans are a product of that. The Assyrians were there, and they married and had children. And some of those with some of the Jews, and those were the Samaritans. So the Jews, they had kind of a feud going on there. So we've got a woman, and she was a Samaritan, and Jesus has asked her for water. And the woman says, "Hey, you're a Jew, and I'm a Samaritan. Do you know who you're talking to?" And Jesus said, "Yes, I've asked you for a drink. You don't know who I am. Because if you did, you would ask me for a drink. Because I have water of which you will never thirst again." Now, He wasn't talking about water. He was talking about the Spirit. And He says that anyone that drinks from this water, or anyone that has this in their life, will become like a well of living water springing up. And this just was totally beyond this woman's mind. She couldn't understand what he was talking about because he was talking spiritually. And she said, you know, give me this water so that I will never thirst again. And Jesus said, he was telling her that he's not talking about water, he's talking about the Spirit. She said, you don't even know who I am. Go and get your husband. And she says, I don't have a husband. And Jesus says, you have said right, because you don't have a husband now, but you've had 5 husbands. And so she immediately perceived that he was something special. He was a prophet. He could see into her life. And the woman said, I know the Messiah is coming, and when he comes, he can explain everything to us. And Jesus said, I am the Messiah. And the woman left Jesus, and she went into town, and she told everybody, come see this man who knows all about me, who told me all about myself. And so many people came out to see Jesus. And they believed Jesus and his preaching. And they accepted him as the Messiah. So much of it, he stayed there so long, and some of the people actually reported back, and they said, you know, I went to see Jesus because he told you, and you told us about who he was, but I've come to know him myself based off of what he has told me. And that is when the point was that they became saved, because they had believed in him being the Messiah, the Savior that was coming to them. And they received that Spirit, which Jesus referred to as living water. And that's what still happens today when we accept Jesus as our Savior. The Spirit comes and dwells inside of us. And it fills our lives so full, or it should fill our lives so full, that it spills out. And it spills out to other people. And through us, they can experience what Jesus is about. That's what our life should be like. We should never be thirsty for spiritual, for things of the Spirit when we fill our lives full of Jesus. That's my prayer for you. And I hope that you understand that when Jesus is talking about him being living water, and that he's not talking about water, he's talking about the spiritual things and the blessings in our lives that fill us up, that we spill out to other people, and other people know Jesus through us. Remember, not only in physical world do we need to stay hydrated, but stay hydrated in the spirit world too, with the living water of God. Thank you, and we'll see you next week, right here.